got the case open and I'm looking at my soldering job from last time, and it's pretty sloppy. I bought a new tool that I didn't have last time that I didn't even know was a thing. Desoldering bulb. And what you use this for, it's kind of like a turkey baster. You melt the solder that's on a connection point, squeeze this in, put it down next to the melted solder, and just suck it up and get it off the surface. So if I had that last time, I probably could have done this right, but I didn't. And it was on a Sunday night when there were no stores open to go pick up one of these. So I did my best, but my best was not great. So I'm hoping this time things will be different. Let me zoom in on my awful soldering job. This is not plugged in, by the way, but right there and right there are the two prongs of the fuse, and I just dumped a ton of solder on that, but I never really got all of the old solder, the factory solder, off, so it's probably a bad connection. That little bit of duct tape underneath is just, I had put that there before just to hold the fuse in place, so if I lost my grip on it, I didn't want it to fall into the case somewhere that I couldn't get it back out without wrecking it. So this time, if I solder it properly, I will let it cool off and then remove that tape. So, wish me luck. All right, so if my voice is muffled, it's because I'm wearing a respirator mask. I don't know how toxic this solder is, but I don't want to really take any chances. And I'm wearing gloves. I already burnt myself once, so until I get a little bit better at using a soldering iron, I'm going to play it safe. I know experienced people would look at me with gloves on and think I'm an idiot, but that burn hurt a lot, and it took a while to heal, so I'd rather not have a repeat of that. So here are the 2 points I'm trying to remove. Wow, it takes forever to get anything to melt on this. Okay, there we go. Oh my God, then it won't stick to the gun. Okay. Here's my little gob. Come on, baby. Oh shit, I'm getting this everywhere. Okay. Undo. Shit. Not as simple as it sounds. Come on, baby. Come on. No. Okay, I'll add a little more solder to it. Again, I'm only adding more solder so that I can get better heat transfer between the soldering iron and the solder point that I'm trying to remove off of the board. If I was adding solder that was going to stay, I would be using flux. That's not what I'm trying to do right now. Come on. Man, maybe I need a better soldering iron. There we go, just a little bit. Oh, that's better. That got more of it, but not all of it. And the longer I have it in contact with the board, the more chance that I'm going to do damage to the board. Just trying to cleanly get this thing off of here. Okay, that got a little more off. Ah, I think I got some. Come on. Okay. I'm not sure why it hasn't come loose. It seems like, feels like it should. So I wiggled the fuse a bit and got it out. I guess I did get most of the solder off. It was just a little bit stuck. So I'm using the multimeter to do a connectivity test. So the multimeter is good, but when I try to touch the two prongs of the fuse, oh, that's a tiny little fuse, nothing. Not a hint of a connection. So the fuse is toast. I don't know if it blew for some reason or if the heat of me having the soldering iron on the connection points for too long fried it somehow, but it doesn't really matter why, it's toast, so that's a bummer. I don't have another one. So now I'll need to think about what to do next. I care less and less about the health of my home theater amplifier now. I just want to make this thing work again. So I'm thinking about doing something a little bit unconventional and probably wrong. I've got this jump wire from a electronics hobby kit, and I'm thinking, what's stopping me from sticking the two ends of this in here and soldering them in place? Nothing, right? It means we'll be operating without a fuse, so if a power surge went through this, it would wreck the unit, but you know, I'm kind of past caring about this piece of crap unit. So I think I'm going to do it. Okay. So I've got one end of the wire poking through from underneath, and this clamp is just holding it in place until I solder it. And after that's done, I'll do the other side the same way. So, let's see, I already got a gob of flux on the end of that wire. Let's see if I can get just a little bit of solder on the end of here. So far, I haven't been very good at getting the solder neatly off of the soldering iron onto the spot where I want it to go. The coil's getting kind of warm, but apparently the tip is not getting warm enough to melt. Oh, wait, I see a little dab of melted. Come on, melted solder, there we go. Alright, now for the hard part. Can I apply this gob where I want it to go? Alright, baby. Shit. It sizzled off all of the flux, but it did not leave a gob where I wanted it to go. So, I'm going to apply more flux. Because without flux, I'm told you will get a useless joint. Try again. Come on, baby. There we go. Come on, big gob. Oh, shit. I just lost that one off the end. Alright, let's try again. Okay, oh, there we go. There, that's a nice big gob. Now can I get it in where it's supposed to go? Oh my God. I think that went where it was supposed to go, but it's not supposed to be a ball on top. That much I know. So, ugh, not great. Let's wipe away that debris. Well, shit. Well, hats off to those of you out there who know how to solder properly. This does not seem like an easy job. Definitely need a lot more practice. Oh, is that totally loose? That's totally loose. Completely useless. Okay. That's pathetic. It did nothing. Okay. Let's see if I can get it off. But you know what? I'm still not going to give up on this idea. I am going to connect those two joints if it's still physically possible with all the damage I've done to the board. Okay, my little dab. Now can I get it right where it's supposed to go? Feels like it might be in place. Let's see if I can get this one to feed through next door to it. I don't even think I need to clamp this. It wants to sit where it is. First try. Oh, stop. Shit. Okay. I got a little out of control there. Oh, there we go. Alright, I've got a little dab on the end. Oh, don't fall off, baby. Stay right there. I got a home for you. Well, shit. I don't know. Alright, enough soldering for one day. I can only take so much embarrassment. I'll prop this up, see if the damn thing works. If it does, I'm not going to touch it again. Well, look at that. The screen is working again. Doing what it should do. The remote does something, but I'm hitting the volume up and down and it just keeps saying AV-amp3 and I don't know what that means. I'll have to Google that, see if I can figure it out. But at least the screen is physically reconnected. No fuse anymore. If there's ever a power surge, it's going to go right through that circuit, but I don't care anymore at this point. I was already at the stage that I'm ready to replace this piece of garbage. but maybe I'll get a little more life out of it now. I'll try and figure out what's going on with the remote, and maybe that's still fixable. But anyway, I'm happy the screen's up, and I'm going to reconnect it and see what else does and does not work.